Manchester United are on the verge of signing French wonderkid Leny Yoro. The Red Devils have surprisingly managed to beat off competition from the centre-back's dream club, Real Madrid, to snap up one of Europe's most exciting young talents. Man United have broken the bank to land the 18-year-old, something Real Madrid were unwilling to do, in what represents a major gamble by a side thought to be operating on a restricted budget. With the deal potentially rising to as high as €70 million, expectations of Yoro will be sky high and the pressure on the teenager will be immense. However, there is a good reason why Europe's elite were after the Lille prospect and why Man United shelled out a pretty penny on him. How Ratcliffe ambition has helped Man United blow past Real Madrid in Euro transfer. Yoro's swift rise to stardom. As mentioned, the signing of Yoro is still a risk despite his blatantly obvious potential. Prior to his move to Old Trafford, Yoro had made only 60 senior appearances for Lille. Considering his age, that is of course quite a lot of minutes already, but it is not a lot of experience in the grand scheme of things. However, the crucial point is that Yoro made the most of his opportunities in Ligue 1. The Frenchman became a regular starter for Lille aged 17 and is coming off a campaign in which he made the French top-flight team of the season. Yoro's rise to prominence has been exceptionally quick and Real Madrid were keen to make him their next Galactico, seeing him as a Raphael Varane or Kylian Mbappé-esque prospect. In the end, Man United won out due to sheer persistence and they are now getting themselves a very unique defender. Winners and losers of Leny Yoro's transfer to Man United. What Man United fans can expect from Yoro? Why unique? Because Yoro is not really a modern defender. The Frenchman is a throwback. He is not particularly outstanding on the ball and would likely struggle in a team such as Arsenal or Man City. Instead, Yoro is an incredibly intelligent and natural defender, always knowing when to step up and when to drop off. His timing is impeccable and he often plays as more of a sweeper rather than a front-foot, super-aggressive centre-back. Given that he's still a teenager, Yoro's calmness when coming up against established, high-level forwards is quite astounding. Because he is an expert at timing challenges, the 18-year-old rarely commits fouls, though he did make a few mistakes last season. Yoro prefers playing safe rather than carrying the ball or passing it progressively, but this may not be much of an issue at Man United. Given that Erik ten Hag wants to turn the Red Devils into the best transition team in the world, there will not be an onus on Yoro to become a master at build-up play. A potential concern could be the problem that haunted Man United a lot last season, which is the huge space between the more conservative backline and the numbers in attack, which often left ten Hag's side exposed in midfield. Yoro, with his tendency to sit deep, won't solve this issue, but Man United will hope that the potential arrival of Manuel Ugarte or a different defensive midfielder will mitigate the problem. Leny Yoro is set to undergo a medical today at Manchester United. Despite interest from Real Madrid, Ineos have managed to secure one of the most highly rated young centre-backs in the world. Man United will look to finalise personal terms with the 18-year-old, who made 41 appearances in all competitions for Lille last season and scored 3 goals. Who is Benjamin Sesko? The RB Leipzig wonderkid wanted by Arsenal and Chelsea. It's thought a deal worth €62 million is set to be finalised. But who are the winners and losers of this move? Winner, Dan Ashworth. Newcastle and Man United agreed compensation and Dan Ashworth became the new sporting director at Old Trafford. For a club with such a terrible record on the transfer market, the former Magpies chief's latest signing is nothing short of a coup, and Yoro coming in will result in plenty of brownie points for Ashworth. Winner, Ineos. Ineos wanted to revamp the whole structure at Man United. Indeed, the club have overpaid on the market and the firm wanted to amend this. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the club's new co-owner, said earlier this summer, "I think Real Madrid have done a fabulous job." There's an interesting statistic. If you look at the 10 seasons since Sir Alex Ferguson and David Gill left, Manchester United's net spend on players is £1.1 billion. United have not been mean with the checkbook. Real Madrid's over the same time is £200 million, which is surprising when you hear that, because today they have a squad where 6 or 7 players are valued at more than €100 million and Manchester United don't have any. and Real Madrid have probably built the finest football stadium in the world using the same checkbook. Winner, Lille. Lille received 2 offers for Yoro, one coming from Man United and the other from Real Madrid. The La Liga club's previous offer, worth a total €30 million with bonuses included, was rejected by the League One side, while Man United offered double that. Yoro wanted to head to Real Madrid over Man United initially, but Lille were hoping he would change his mind. Luckily for them, the teenager finally did, and Lille have received more bang for their buck. Who is Jorge Mendes? The super agent with a €1.44 billion football empire. Loser, Real Madrid. Real Madrid have lost out to one of Europe's youngest bright stars. It's hardly a massive loss, but if Yoro's potential is realized, it could come back to haunt them over the next several years. Loser, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire was a substitute for a lot of the 2023-24 season, having fallen lower in the pecking order. Now that Yoro has come in, he will see his game time dry up still further. The former England international is entering his twilight years and must now be looking for a new club. Loser, Liverpool. Liverpool were very interested in Yoro. They told their reporters as much, knowing that the optics of losing the defender to Real Madrid wouldn't be so bad. But instead, their arch-rivals Man United have stolen the march and the youngster. This isn't a great look for the club by any measure, and their inactivity on the transfer front this window will no doubt be frustrating their supporters a great deal. Loser, De Ligt. Matthijs De Ligt was ready and waiting for Man United. He was even prepared to lower his wages from Bayern Munich. A deal looked to be nearing, and then Man United moved for Yoro instead. It's not clear whether Man United will make a return for the Dutchman, but a deal looks as unlikely as ever now. Mason Greenwood is due to have a medical before completing a permanent move from Manchester United to Marseille. Sources have said forward Greenwood has agreed personal terms, with a fee, including add-ons, of more than €30 million, £25.2 million, in place around a contract that is set to run to 2029. United have negotiated what they regard as a significant sell-on clause. Marseille were criticised by the city mayor last week when their intentions became apparent. However, it appears they are undeterred, and Greenwood is now expected to become part of Roberto De Zerbi's squad for the coming campaign. Greenwood has not played for United since January 2022. Serious charges against him, including attempted rape and assault, were dropped in February 2023. United sources said the 22-year-old briefly met senior club officials last week, when it was confirmed the club's stance remained for the player to be sold. The Old Trafford club have added Netherlands forward Joshua Zirkzee to their squad this month, with the fee for a homegrown player helping to ease slightly what is acknowledged to be a tighter financial position as United look to meet the Premier League's profit and sustainability regulations. Greenwood is set to fill the void left by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who announced his departure from the League One side on social media. Messi Marseille, Aubameyang wrote on Instagram. "It's time for me to start a new chapter." The 35-year-old former Arsenal and Chelsea striker is set to join Saudi Pro League club Al Qadisiyah.